we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Popeye them fi know say you firm a street, and the news where you carry are no counterfeit. So tell all who a fighter you them can defeat, and a God give you strength so your heart no weak. So may I say God and greatness. Like, subscribe and share to Popeye News Links if it's the truth you want to hear. So yeah.
Big up yourself in a Popeye, cause the channel are going good enough.
Definitely.
See, you bring in information to the people and people from all over. Every time I go overseas and I meet people from Westmoreland, them I yell up the channel and I say, boy, them love where you're going with, because you at least make them know what is going on in the parish and surrounding parishes. So big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Blessings, Richie. Enough respect here, sir. Greetings, viewers and subscribers. So that was the last part of an interview I did with Richie Stevens. I'm hoping to drop the entire interview by early tomorrow morning. Richie Stevens, he'll be talking about a gospel concert that he'll be headlining in his hometown at the Sean Lavery Theatre Hall in Savannah Lamar next week, Saturday, April 27. He'll also be sharing for the first time why he had to stop keeping the yearly show, Unity Splash. You're not going to want to miss this exclusive interview. Look out for it early tomorrow morning by about 7 o'clock. Now, my viewers, my subscribers, I'm inviting you to check out that channel on your screen. It's called Evon Blake Police and Poetry. He has some very good contents on his channel. Some you may agree with, some you may not agree with, but I implore you to go and check out his channel. Also, subscribe, drop a comment, and tell him that Popeye sent you over there. Alright? Now, in the news today, I brought you a story on Friday. It was about an accident that took place along the Big Bridge Main Road Friday morning, April 12, about 11:30. I told you that the lady who died in the accident, she was popularly known as Miss Pearl. Her correct name is Miss Ismay Wood, and she was 80 years old. Like I said, Miss Pearl, she lived at Broughton District in the Little London area of Westmoreland. If you look on your screen, there is the 2002 Toyota Corolla that Miss Pearl was driving. Remember, I told you that Miss Pearl's husband, Leon, he died less than 3 weeks ago, and it looked like it really took a toll on Miss Pearl. On Friday, Miss Pearl, she was heading towards Savannah Lamar when she ended up losing control of the car, which veered to the right and exited the roadway. The car, it then collided head-on into a concrete perimeter wall and a wooden utility pole. Even though Miss Pearl was wearing her seatbelt, investigators found that she collided aggressively into the steering wheel and the column of the vehicle. Miss Pearl, she ended up dying on the spot. Sad indeed. Condolences to the family and friends of Miss Pearl. In this next update, there are persons inquiring about the status of that man on your screen. His name is Brenton Wallace. Brenton Wallace is now 52 years old and he's a police constable. Constable Wallace, he was stationed at the Bluffis Police Station in the parish of Westmoreland. Late Friday afternoon, September 22 last year, about 6:30. Constable Wallace, he was the observer in a police jeep. They were traveling in a westerly direction towards the Bluffis Beach and the rain was falling. The police, they are reporting that on approaching a right-hand corner, the vehicle, it skidded on the wet road surface, drifted left of the roadway and hit the embankment, at which time the left rear tire of the vehicle blew out. Constable Wallace, he fell out of the vehicle and received serious head injuries. He was knocked unconscious. The driver for the police vehicle, he was also injured, but not as serious as Constable Wallace. Constable Wallace, he was rushed to the Savannah Lamar Hospital and he was later transferred to the University Hospital. So, the update about Constable Wallace is there is good news and there is bad news. The good news is that Constable Wallace, he is still alive. The bad news is that Constable Wallace is paralyzed from his neck down and requires 24 hours medical care. Sad indeed. Over in the parish of Trelawney, on Friday afternoon, April 12, at minutes after 3 o'clock, local government minister Desmond McKenzie, he was being escorted by a team of police officers. They were traveling along the Harmony Hall Highway in the parish of Trelawney. A police constable, he's assigned to the Trelawney Traffic Division. He was leading the convoy of vehicles. On reaching a certain section along the highway, the police constable who was leading the convoy, he realized that the convoy behind him had stopped. As a result, the police constable, he was in the process of making a U-turn when a tour bus, a Toyota Hiace that was traveling behind the convoy. That bus was in the process of passing the convoy when the bus, it collided into the bike that the constable was riding. The police constable, he was thrown from the bike. He received the following injuries: head trauma, a dislocated right shoulder, and his right leg was broken in 2 places. Sad indeed. In this next story, the Portmore police, they have arrested and charged Kacheem Downer, but he's popularly known as Chachie. Chachie is 23 years old and he's a vendor living at Taros Drive in the Watson Grove area of Gregory Park in the parish of St. Catherine. Chachie, he has been charged for having intercourse with a person under the age of 16 years old. The allegations are that in January of this year, Chachie, he met and started communicating with a 13-year-old female who is a student at the Clancarty High School. They met on social media. After a while, they met up and they had intercourse, even though Chachie, he knew that this young girl was 13 years old. Well, the 13-year-old girl, she's now pregnant, and the rest, like they say, is history. Chachie, he has been charged and he'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next incident, I'm gonna give you some background information and then I'm gonna tell you what is being alleged to have happened Friday night. There is a man. His name is Spence, but he's popularly known as Trash. Trash, he's in his late 60s and he's living at Porter's Mountain in the parish of Westmoreland. Trash is said to be a weed farmer, and let me tell you from now that Trash, he is not a licensed firearm holder. Trash is in a relationship with a female. That female is 28 years old. The relationship produced 2 children. Now, the allegations are that almost 70-year-old Trash, he's mistreating his 28-year-old baby mother. As a result, the baby mother, she went to her mother who is living at a place named Bessie Baker in the parish of Hanover and told her that her baby father is mistreating her, and we are told that she asked her mother to come and help her to move out of the house at Porter's Mountain. Are you following me so far? The mother and her husband accompanied her daughter to Porter's Mountain Friday evening. They went to Trash house to assist the daughter to move out her stuffs. It is said that Trash, he was there and he chased the mother and her husband, telling them that them can't take him woman out of the yard. It is alleged that the mother and her husband, they went on the road, and while they were out there, Trash approached them with a gun in his hand and opened gunfire at them. the mother and her husband. They ran off and escaped injuries. We are told that they went and reported the matter to the Withorn police station, and the police accompanied them to the house. We are told that a search was made for Trash, but he was not found. The police, they spoke to the daughter who was allegedly being mistreated by Trash and asked her if she needed their help to move out of the house. But we are told that the daughter, she told the police that no, she changed her mind. She's staying at Trash house. So, Keith Spence, also known as Trash, almost 70 years old, he's wanted for shooting at his 47-year-old mother-in-law and her husband. Boy, may I tell you. In this next story, I carried a story on Monday, April 1. It was about an incident that took place the previous morning. Sunday, March 31, about 3 o'clock. It took place at a party at Linegate in the Withorn police area in the parish of Westmoreland. A young man, he's known as KlLL. KlLL is about 18 years old and he's living in the same Withorn police area. We are told that KlLL, he was at the party when he and that guy on your screen had an argument. That guy, he's popularly known as Pawdy. This argument led to a fight, and it's alleged that Pawdy, he then pulled a knife which he used to stab KlLL several times to his back. Pawdy, he then made good his escape in the area. KlLL, he was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. Now, the good news is that KlLL, he survived. He was treated and eventually released from hospital. So, Pawdy, you are wanted by the police. Go and give up yourself. In this next incident, an investigation is underway to ascertain how a guy died. His name is Naseev Brown, but he was popularly known as Blacks. Blacks was 22 years old and he lived at Crowder District in the Grange area of Westmoreland. Our information is that Blacks, he was riding a blue Champion CG 150 motorcycle with no registration plates affixed. He was riding from Geneva towards Fuller's Field in Grange when residents of the area, they heard crashing sounds. They went to investigate and they saw Blacks lying face down on the left side of the Geneva main road in a pool of blood. The bike that he was riding was beside him. The police, they were called in, and when they inspected Blacks, he had a wound to the right side of his head. From all indication, Blacks, he died on the spot. We are told that when the police searched Blacks, a 9mm magazine containing 12 live rounds was found in his left front pants pocket. The police, they are awaiting a postmortem to ascertain what would have led to Black's death. In the meantime, investigations continue. Over in Portmore, this one took place yesterday afternoon, Saturday, April 13, about 1:30. It took place in the vicinity of the Everyday Essential Wholesale along Cottage Drive in the Gregory Park area of Portmore. We are told that residents of the area, they heard gunshots being fired. When the smoke was clear, they went and made checks. A guy, his name is Kiwayne Johnson, but he was popularly known as Dappa. On August 18 coming up, Dappa, he will be celebrating his 28th birthday. He lived in the Walkers Avenue area of Gregory Park. Dappa, he was seen lying on his back in a pool of blood. The police, they were called in, and when they inspected Dappa, he had received gunshot wounds to his upper body. From all indication, Dappa, he died on the spot. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 4 9mm Spence shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. And still in the parish of St. Catherine, This one took place yesterday afternoon, Saturday, April 13, about 2:45, 3 o'clock. It took place at Panton Lane in the Old Dappa area of St. Catherine. We are told that a guy, his name is Tyrone Roberts, but he was popularly known as Gungo Man. Gungo Man was a 21-year-old laborer living at Marley Acres in the Old Dappa area. Our information is that Gungo Man, he was doing some construction work on a construction site when gunshots were heard being fired. Gungo Man, he was then seen running, but he collapsed shortly after. When persons went and made checks, Gungo Man, he was seen lying on the ground on his right side in a pool of blood. The police, they were called, and when they inspected Gungo Man, he had received gunshot wounds to his upper body. From all indication, Gungo Man, he died on the spot. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all, so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, I received that message on your screen from an upstanding member of the Townhead community in the parish of Westmoreland. I received that message yesterday. The person said, last night, a young man in his 30s by the name of Sheldon Shakes from Townhead in the parish of Westmoreland was gunned down while in the process of averting a murder. He was hit under one of his ribs and the shot exited from his other side and went into the hand of a bystander nearby and lodged there. That person's hand is broken. As a result of those incidents, a house in the community was immediately burnt down to the ground. Sheldon is heavily mourned by all the young people in the area and seen as a helpful and progressive individual by older residents. So, if you look on your screen, there is Sheldon that the person is referring to. That's the best photo I could get of Sheldon. Sheldon was a 36-year-old farmer and he was living in the Townhead area of Burn Savannah in the parish of Westmoreland. Our information is that close to 12 midnight, Friday night, April 12, Sheldon and other persons, they were at a party that was being held in the Truro area of Burn Savannah. It is said that two guys got into an altercation which became physical. One of them is popularly known as Maximum. Sheldon, he intervened and he tried to quell what was happening. It is alleged that Maximum, he pulled a gun and opened gunfire, hitting Sheldon to the left side of his chest. A 32-year-old Mason, popularly known as Wacky, he also received a gunshot wound to the lower section of his left hand. Both men were rushed to the Savannah Lamar Hospital where Sheldon, the Peacemaker, he was pronounced DEAD. Wacky, he was treated and admitted. Now, if you look on your screen, that is what is left of Maximum's mother house. She's popularly known as Gina. We are told that persons, they went to the house searching for Maximum, and when he was not found, they burned the house to the ground. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Papa in Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing if we just unite. What a country this will be if we just unite. Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite. What a country this will be if we just unite. sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them block out can't tame, but me want me country back, give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica.